send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And some room to maneuver. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Darnold from the gun. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. That is caught by Anderson for a Jets touchdown. Robbie Anderson, 40 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Here's Chandler Catanzaro for the extra point. He's got it, and the Jets lead 7-0.
Makes the score Jets 7, Bills 0. Chandler Catanzaro to kick off for the Jets.
Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now a give, right side. Sawyer. He finds an opening past the 40. And finally brought down at the 38. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter one of the new year. We'll be back. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. The first carry for Josh Adams. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6.
Now Allen. And Jones has it over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. So they gave up the early touchdown. This has been a pretty good response. Nice drive, taking it down 1st and goal.
And I know all the cliches jump in, right? Don't get away from your game plan too early. Make sure you're settled down. Don't panic. But it's all true, isn't it? Because otherwise, you get out of what you plan to do during the game, and it's still early. Don't get crazy because you gave one up. Just respond as you just noted.
He's checking. Crash.
They'll go to Adams, try to pound it in. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Maybe the first big test of the season here on both sides. This is 3rd and goal.
Bang, 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 bang. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. And go.
They'll try and pick up the first down with Adams. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up, never even got to it.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is taken at the 3. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Here we go. At their own 24-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season, and they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. A little jet sweep to start the drive. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
From the 27, Darnold. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. He's got a man complete. That one good for 37 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. On the ground, this is Kamara. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Let's go, team.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's got some space here. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a 1st down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah.
And this is caught by Watkins. He's got a Jets touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown there, and the Jets have taken the lead.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
After the interception, here's Darnold. And this is bring up 2nd down.
Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Not today, you are. Not today.
They'll run. This is Kamara. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Throwing here on third down, Darnold. Caught! It's the tight end, Kelsey, for a Jets touchdown. Travis Kelsey there to make the grab. And the Jets will extend their lead. And it's no good. He misses the PAT. So file that one away. Could eventually loom large here as the night progresses. Back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
If I lose the game, then I'm sorry.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
Here's Allen to throw it. So he's going to go deep for Beasley. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. On 2nd and 11 now. Allen. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. C.J. Mosley, the linebacker, making sure his presence is felt.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. On 3rd and long, it's Allen. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
Check, watch 54, watch 54.
On first down, it's Darnold. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Airing one out for... This is caught at the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Jamison Crowder, 57 yards. And the Jets will extend their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, That meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. Hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
12 yards there and a first down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Tyler Croft, the tight end, the one he was looking for. And it's second down. Throwing again. Allen. Man open, that's Robert Foster complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 42. So in Jet territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 42-yard line. They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it second and 6. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Hey, dude.
From the 38, Allen. And this will be incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. First and 10.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Allen now on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. He's going to fire one deep. That's caught at the 25. 36 yards on the play.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. They'll get him to the ground at the 20, following a pickup of 4.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Kelsey, the intended receiver there. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half. The first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. how do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Throwing on first down is Allen. Over the middle here to Brown. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here at half number 1. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Looking in zone for Jones. And this is going to be intercepted. Marcus May with a pick.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Keep going.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Here's first and 10.
Hey, Orbit.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Alvin Kamara in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jets will extend their lead.
And that's a lead that excites the team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. So we reach halftime here at our first Monday Nighter of the season. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a really, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing now is Allen. It's caught. Jones. And some room to run now. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A big play there. 77 yards. And the Bills cut into that lead. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Watch the run, watch the run.
A first down throw, Darnold. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it's a second down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Here a throw taken in by Watkins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in.
You could do an exchange for me, bro?
So second down, still 10 yards to go.
Somebody send you $100 cash out, you send a PayPal.
Watch tight. Tight ends right. 3 out.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 12 yards there and a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. So after the run by Kamara, now another first and 10.
Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. We got this.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Here's Darnold. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd and long.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Darnold completes it.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Jamison Crowder, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Jets will extend their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
I said, you didn't tell me tonight. You just went to sleep. Happy.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Yeah, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. To throw again on 2nd down. Allen. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you. And you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability and a sack resulted.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Season, bro.
Hunter out as he'll kick it away for the second time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it.
The Jets take over 3rd and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
From his end zone, 3rd and long for Darnold. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with him.
And he's able to get it out. Position here with a 1st and 10.
57. 57. Give me that ball. 5 wide. Give me that ball. Give me that ball. Go.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there.
His first game where he can play.
Careful.
That's not
fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Who, me?
Ball to 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
All these fucking catches with bums.
What? All my catches been either Roby Anderson or Alvin Kamara, Travis Kelce.
And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick.
Oh, you talking about that last touchdown I just scored with him? He was wide open.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball.
I don't want to hear you talk about none of your bump catching passes when Zay Jones caught Marshall and then threw both of my players to the ground for a touchdown.
A big play there.
Zay Jones rated the highest rated receiver on the field.
What?
And the Bills get a bit closer.
Like
he has
86.
his 2 scores, but still a sizable deficit in this game.
Do you have him in fantasy football this week?
Unfortunately, no.
It's too bad, right? That would have been big points. But he is really trying to rally his team as best he can. Things are not going as well the rest of the way for them. That's why they're down with this deficit. He might need to score a couple of more times to give them a chance.
And that cheese-ass play you ran, I had covered 4 of my safety goals.
And they put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
You talking about that play after the first touchdown?
I was like, what the fuck?
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Back now in Buffalo. It's Jet football as they've got the lead here, and we get set to begin quarter number 4. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
49's a Mike.
Darnold. That's complete over the middle to Anderson. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big play on the catch and run covering 34 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10.
We got 4. We got 4.
Darnold from the gun. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm. Wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Throwing it in on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
My guy was right there. He's doing
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Again, Darnold looking downfield for Kelsey. And he backs it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
All right, bro.
And off the crossbar, no good. A sensational effort from that distance, but rejected by the bar. And this score will stay right where it is.
Tight down. Alert!
Allen off the play fake. The left side completion to Jones. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. 2nd and 12 after the 1st down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. And he finds Tyler Croft. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Ja'Kai Polite able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Here's Allen. And it is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this defense will take over right at midfield. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th, and we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
Alvin Kamara got 7 receptions for 150 yards.
On 2nd and 15 now. Darnold. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up 1st downs and keeping the football.
They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the 1st down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the 2nd half. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Nigga duck me. On the zone
the Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, so they held them to 3. But this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Allen. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. He's picked off near his own 48. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. And Darnold wants to throw the football. Open man is Robbie Anderson. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Bro, they just had to cancel practice because they had so many injuries.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
At the beginning of the season, them niggas like lose like 10 straight.
Back to throw, Darnold.
I ain't betting on their team.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the 3rd down. The Jets on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5 on the ground. Kamara.
What?
And he's not going to get the 1st down. He had to get to the 30, but he's a yard or 2 short. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the 1st down. Close it out.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for them because it is a team game, right? Let's be honest, though. The defense did them no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball. So, bottom line, film session, defense is going to be a real tough one for them. Offense, they'll get a little bit of praise.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Hey, Delta.
On play action, Allen hit. He lost the football. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. On play action, Allen. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying. think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
I got safe play. Flex it out.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. You don't want to go.
Allen will look to throw for it on fourth.
Oh, I was about to say, Todd, I don't want to hear nothing you got to say.
Seconds now. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Instead of running, Darnold's going to throw this thing. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
Take my game out. That ain't no game to watch.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Now Darnold. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. He was looking for his tight end, Kelsey, and it's 3rd down. The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Now it's Darnold. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over.